Fertility is not about hormones. Now, the common belief and the common misconception is that when I fix my hormones, I'll get pregnant. But this misconception is costing couples time, years of their lives, even money chasing symptoms. It costs energy, the emotional exhaustion, the burnout, the frustration, and even self-blame that couples go through. Sometimes even a pregnancy loss or multiple, and especially loss of trust in their bodies. I'm Dr. Olivia, and my work focuses on helping couples prepare their bodies during the preconception period. Let's talk about where these misconceptions come from. Our culture has a very much a reductionist viewpoint, meaning if we can measure it and we can label, then we can prescribe. Now, hormones fit perfectly in this category because we can take a blood test and we can get a number. If we can get a number, we can diagnose it. And if we can diagnose it, we can use medications to manipulate the hormones to do the things that we want to do. Now, what doesn't fit well is looking at cellular communication, nervous system signaling, adaptability, capacity, coherence, and readiness. Now, this misconception also comes from reproductive endocrinology. So, for example, let's talk about ovaries, the cycle, and pregnancy. These are all seen as hormones. And then we can ask, can we manipulate, so either stimulate or suppress ovulation? But what if instead, hear me out, if instead we ask, is the body resourced enough to sustain and nurture life? Well, another reason about this misconception is that there's financial incentive. So there's financial incentive in things like hormone injections, suppression, stimulation, hormone replacement therapy is a big one going on right now, rather than actual restoration of the body. Now, there's another reason, our lab culture problem. Don't get me wrong, I don't think labs are a bad thing, but I think utilizing labs in context of the bigger picture is really important because we're taught that if your labs are normal or within the normal range, you're healthy. And if they're in the abnormal range, you're broken. But that's not true. Your labs, they show the presence, they don't show reception. They show a number. They don't show your responsiveness. And they're just a simple snapshot. It doesn't show your capacity as a human being. And this is why when people say, my labs are normal, why am I not getting pregnant? I'm healthy, why am I not getting pregnant? People are often feeling gaslit and confused. And our culture just tells these couples to try harder or optimize faster or override your signals, force these timelines. But your biology actually requires that there is safety, that the nervous system experiences and feels safe. And safety is not just a mindset. It requires that you have the resources, that the timing is right, that the trust is there, and most of all, that you have the capacity to be able to not only create life, but sustain and nurture it 9 months and beyond. So biology really doesn't respond to pressure, it responds to safety. So instead of asking, how do I get pregnant? Let's reframe that question and start asking, how can I build a body that can create and sustain life? Now, instead of looking at hormone balance, let's look at capacity. Questions that you can ask yourself to where you are with your capacity. Do I have enough energy? Do I have clear signals from my body? Is the environment safe? And again, going back to can my body support and sustain life for 9 months and beyond? Ovulation, if you ovulate as a female, that just means you're eligible. It doesn't mean that you're approved. It doesn't mean that you're going to be picked. Ovulation, which a lot of women don't even ovulate and have no idea and still have a regular period or menses, but that ovulation is eligibility. Your capacity, that's the actual approval. So getting pregnant isn't just something that you do. It's something that your body allows when communication is clear and your resources are sufficient. Don't override biology, work with it.